Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Nasya Salsabil. My student ID number is 2025-32097. So, today I will present only the practical work, part of my statistics and probability report, which I complete using Microsoft Excel following all given instructions. Since my student ID ends with an odd number, I process the odd group dataset which contains 200 data points. Every step and formula I use follows exactly what we learned in class. I will explain everything clearly, starting from preparing data, making frequency tables, calculating statistical measures, up to understanding the results without too many numbers, so it's easy to follow. Let's begin. First, I processed the raw data. I found the smallest and largest values, then calculated the range or difference between them. After that, using the formula taught in class, I decided how many groups or class I should make and determined the width of each class interval. Next, I create the frequency distribution table. This is the main foundation of all calculations. In this table, I arrange all data into groups and note how many data values fall into each group. I also added columns for relative frequency percentage and cumulative frequency. From this table, we can clearly see how data spreads, which is group has the most data and which group has the least. This structure makes it much easier to process group data compared to raw data. Based on the frequency table, I calculate three main values that show the center of the data. 1. Mean. This is the average value of all data. It shows the balance point or center of all values. I calculate it using the formula for grouped data. The result tells us where the overall center of our data lies. 2. Median. This is value that divides all data into two equal parts. Half of the data is below this value and half is above it. Unlike mean, median is not affected by very high or very low extreme values, so it's more stable for skewed data. And 3. Modus. This is the value or group that appears most often in the dataset. It shows which value is the most typical or most frequent among all data points. These three values give us a clear picture of where our data is centered. Next, I calculated measures of position, which show where a certain value stands within the whole distribution. I follow the specific instruction. Decile, calculate decile 7 because it used the last digit of my student ID. Percentile, calculate percentile 97 because it used the last two digits of my student ID. First, quartile. Quartile divides all sorted data into 4 equal parts. I found the first quartile, which means 25% of all data is smaller than this value. Second, decile. Decile divides data into 10 equal parts. Decile 7 means 70% of all data is smaller than this value and only 30% is larger. Third, percentile. Percentile divides data into 100 equal parts. Percentile 97 means 97% of all data is smaller and only 3% is larger, so this value is among the highest in the dataset. All these values help us understand the rank or position of data points clearly. Then, I calculated measure of dispersion. This tells us how spread out or how close the data is to the average. Variance and standard deviation. Standard deviation is the most common measure here. From my calculation, the value is quite large. This means the data spreads very widely. Many values are far away from the average, and there is big difference between one value and another. Range. Range is simply the difference between the largest and smallest value, showing the total width of our data spread. From the result, we understand clearly where the data is centered, how widely it spreads, and what shape the distribution has. This is the main purpose statistic, not just calculating numbers, but understanding what the data actually means and tell us. That is the full presentation of my practical work. Thank you very much for watching and listening. See you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.